Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Vito here with some real talk. I don't know if you guys saw the news, but Epic Games just announced that they are launching their own game store, kind of a Steam type platform for selling games. And I see some people, and they're not taking the news. I don't know why. They're being real negative about it. They're like, oh, I already have Steam. What, I'm going to get another one? I'm going to download another. I mean, I guess I kind of get it because I know, like, Ubisoft and I think EA also launched their own game stores, which are terrible. So maybe they think it's going to be another one of those. You know, I see comments because Super Meat Boy or the new Super Meat Boy is going to be exclusive to the Epic Store for a year. And then kids are in the comments like, well, I guess I'm not playing it for a year. Okay. I gotta break this down for you. This is fantastic news for everybody. For you, the consumer, for the people making the games. I mean, it's bad news for Steam. That's the only people it's bad news for. But for everybody else, it's good. And I'll try to break it down. Now, real quick, I want to say this. Epic Games is maybe the most... What would be the word? Moral? I guess moral would be the term. The most morally acting company. It's like, you know how people now are mad at Blizzard for not paying attention to the fans, and then, you know, all these companies we thought, you know, really cared about their fans and the customers. Who was the guys who make Fallout? Bethesda have lost a lot of that credibility by forcing Fallout 76 on people. Epic is still pure. Epic might be the last pure one that isn't just trying to steal your money out of your wallet. They love you. They love the people who are making the games. Maybe you guys didn't see these news articles. Okay, these happened. This was stuff from the last couple years. First of all, they were making a game called Paragon. I don't know if it actually came out. I don't know if it was in development and they never finished it, or they put it out and it failed. But they were like, all right, Paragon did not work. We have all these models we've made, so many assets, you know, all these characters that are all rigged up, ready to go. I don't know if you guys have ever 3D modeled anything. I haven't, but from what I understand, it's a nightmare. And they're like, well, we have all these characters, all these assets, pre-built crates and levels and wall textures and whatever, and it's free. They announced, they're like, look, we have an Epic Marketplace for people who want to use the Epic engine and build games. You can have everything from Paragon free of charge. And they're like, we don't even care about the IP rights. You can put our character in any game you want. You can rename him Bob, you know, Super Punch Fister, whatever. We don't care. It's all yours. Go nuts. That's incredible. That's fantastic. Okay, you know how many companies would spend all that time investing in that IP, and they would be like, all right, well, this game failed, but let's, you know, we can't just give it away. We spent all this money on it. And Epic's like, no, we're going to enable creators. We're going to give these creators access to our stuff. Fantastic. Wonderful thing that they did. Here's the second thing they did. They have that Epic Marketplace, again, for people using the Epic engine. And let me put it this way. Fortnite is making... Fortnite's success, I don't care if you don't like Fortnite. I don't like Fortnite. But the amount of money that Fortnite is making, and Epic not being like, let's put it all in a vault. They're like, no, let's pass some of this on to our base. So they in the news article, they're like, look, Fortnite's making so much money. We got to share some of it. Everybody who's making assets for the Epic Store, you know, because some guys make a living, you know, making stuff for people's games. You know, you go, okay, here's a gun. You can, you know, if you buy it, it's $4.99 if you want to put it in your game. You know, they make little textures or whatever else. There's a whole marketplace for people building games. And they go, all right, so up till now, it's been a 70-30 split. You keep 70% of whatever you sell your little item for. We get 30% of the profit of whatever else. We get the other 30%. They go, we're changing it. It's going to be 88-12. That's crazy. That's a huge change, okay, in the amount of revenue that's going to be coming in for those people. That's crazy. That's a huge jump. And what's crazier is they're like, and this retroactively applies back to the beginning of the Epic Marketplace. What? Are you kidding me? So that means every single item you've ever sold, they're like, you know, we took that 30% cut. We're actually going to give you back some of that money. What? So all these people who've been making these assets all of a sudden wake up and they got all this money in their bank account. And they're like, what the fuck happened? And it's like, well, Epic's just apparently handing out money. because I mean, I know they want people to use the Epic engine. It's not like they're just handing it out like a fun lottery, but it's still like an incredible thing to do because they don't have to do that. Obviously, people were making assets and had kind of accepted the 70-30 split, but here they're like, fuck it, we have all this Fortnite money, we don't need it, and they're just giving it out. It's crazy. So now we have the Epic Marketplace, and real quick, I have to check: is it the same split? Epic Game Marketplace, 88%. Okay, so Steam right now has that 70-30 split. Now think about that. You spend all this time making a game. Okay, obviously somebody like EA, you're like, all right, whatever. They can afford to lose 30%, you know? But I'm more thinking about like the smaller indie developers, because I actually know a number of indie developers. They don't make a lot of money, you know? I mean, you hear about like breakout successes like Super Meat Boy or Undertale or whatever. Those are few and far between. Most of the guys putting out indie games, they spend like a year or two on them. Doesn't exactly, you know, fill their coffers or whatever. So losing 30% of your revenue, like, right off the top, ooh. And just for a guy basically to process a payment, I mean, what does Steam do? It puts it in the list on the sidebar of your client and then makes it so you can pay with your credit card. That doesn't seem like it's worth 30% to me. And then you got to think about, you know, these guys are also paying taxes on top of that money. And then all the money they, of course, sunk into developing it. Most indie creators are losing money when they put out a game. So taking 30% of their money, it's kind of weird. I feel like Steam should have a thing where they should go, look, we'll take 30% of your money after a certain point. Like, you know, maybe after your first $5,000 you make, then we'll start taking a cut. But no, they start taking it right off the bat. So that's why Epic Games, 88% to 12%. That you keep 88% of your money. That's fucking phenomenal. And I understand that people have this knee-jerk reaction where they're like, oh, but my Steam library, I know you're all attached to the Steam library for some reason. I never understood that. I never understood taking great pride in a list of games on a sidebar and whatever trading cards or whatever the hell. You can still have all that, okay? It's not like that goes anywhere. You can still have your Steam account. You can still grind your trading cards. You know, if there's a Steam sale, by all means, buy the game on Steam. But if the game is the same price on Steam and Epic, and you have the option, especially, again, if it's like an indie game from a small creator, and you have the option between giving them 70% of the money or 88% of the money, I really hope that you can get over the idea of being like, well, then it doesn't go on the list on the side of my Steam. I have to open a whole nother program to play a video. What is it? When I was a kid, you didn't have a Steam launcher, man. Every game had its own launcher. You can deal with two. Oh, and I'm going to mention this. They're giving away free games. The Epic Game Store is giving away a free game. What is it, every 2 weeks? Just for download, every 2 weeks in 2019, you're going to get a free game. Fantastic. Right now, you can get Subnautica, which is typically $24.99. You're getting it for free. Please consider this. As you guys know, I'm a big champion of small creators, because I'm a small creator myself, and I know how hard it is to make this work, to find a way to make it profitable. Okay? Because it ain't profitable for me. As much I'm doing, the Star Wars video had some ad revenue. The rest of the videos, no. I make no money from any of that. So these guys making these video games, I can only imagine that they are living on dirty cots and basically homeless. I don't know how they make any money making these games and only selling like 1,000 copies. So please, if you want to support small creators, which it's such a nice thing. All you have to do is spend your money in a different place, and you're helping people. Isn't that incredible? All you have to do is get over your attachment to a virtual trading card that you don't need. It's not real. You can take a picture of the trading card and put it in a folder, and it's the exact same thing. I don't get the trading card thing, man, and I never got it. Just think about it. Okay, now there's not a ton of games on there yet. It's going to be a slow thing. But this puts Steam in a position. Now maybe Steam is going to see what's up, and they're going to be like, all right, we've been taking too much money from people for too long, and they'll switch up their percentage. We'll see what happens. But right now, if you have the option, I implore you, Help out the indie devs. The bigger devs, I don't care too much. I mean, if you're taking EA's money, I mean, whatever, that doesn't bother me. But like the smaller guys, think about it, man. Don't complain. Don't raise a fuss. Even if you think it's stupid, even if you're like, I just don't want to buy games on Steam, don't ruin it for everybody else. Don't be posting, oh, this sucks. Fuck this shit. Don't download. No, just let us have the 88% thing for the people we like. Don't ruin it so nobody wants to use it. Just keep your mouth shut. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Smash that like button, baby. And I still have a Patreon, even though everybody's quitting Patreon. We'll see what happens there. Maybe I'll make a video about that. Thanks for watching, guys.